going on, everybody? This is David. Welcome back to the channel. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I will really appreciate it. Helps the channel grow. And that's why we're here. We want the channel to grow while, spreading this stock information. So remember, we have one rule here. I am not a financial advisor. Do your own research. I am not a financial advisor. All right, so let's jump right into the market this week. Bear with me here. And starting off with the Dow, you see on Friday the 14th, the Dow was down just 0.42%, but 143 points on the day. And for the past week, the Dow was actually up 1%, up 476 points. And year to date, the Dow is still up 2%, up over 750 points year to date. So the Dow still hanging in, still in the green so far for the year. So that's a good thing. And let's take a look at that S&P, which many people said it was going to be at 3,200, but going to 3,200, that remains to be seen. Still sitting strong over 4,100 right now, down on Friday, only 8 points. For the week was up 1.56%. You see, up 63 points. So up over the 4,100 mark. And year to date, you see the S&P is going strong, up 8%, up 313 points. So all this stock market crash and all that talking, we'll see. We'll see. It's not at the all-time high that it was a few years ago, 2 years ago, but definitely not a crash either. So let's just be honest what we're talking about here. NASDAQ, which was hit hardest on last year, on Friday, you see is down 42 points. For the week, up 186 points, up 1.56% for the week, 5 days. And year to date, you see that the NASDAQ is still up 16%, up 1,700 points year to date. So the NASDAQ, which was hit hardest on last year, still has some ways to go to get back to those all-time highs. But in the meantime, while it's working its way back up, you should be accumulating positions in the NASDAQ if you are looking to invest in the NASDAQ. So that's how you look at it when a index is rebounding, right? The goal is still to buy low, sell high. So if you see that the NASDAQ is below or off its all-time highs, you may want to start accumulating assets. Now, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but, just some things to think about. And all right, so market's looking pretty decent so far this week. Not a bad week. Not a bad week at all for the NASDAQ. I'm heavily invested in Apple. When I say heavily invested, I mean for my portfolio, right? Heavily invested in Apple, Google, and Amazon. So I like to see the NASDAQ do well. So I don't root for markets to go down like most people do, but if it does, then that's the time to accumulate assets. And but one of the good things I'm doing on the way up is in the NASDAQ is I'm selling. I started selling covered calls, which I talked about a few videos ago. Google, Amazon are two that I'm selling covered calls on, which allows me to create some passive income in the process every week. So that's a good thing. Just learning to diversify my strategy and, just getting my feet wet in the options game. So selling covered calls, I think is a great opportunity to create some passive income. And by having 100 shares of Google and 100 shares of Amazon, and with the premiums and the activity, it provides good opportunities for extra income. So if you're not looking into cover calls, it may be something to keep your eye on, or research, check it out to see if that could be a strategy for you in your portfolio. So, all right, that's what else we got here. I wanted to talk a little bit about, I mentioned last week about ChatGPT and AI, um, and how, what their effect is going to be uh, in the future. So, you definitely want to keep your eye on on the AI industry, because it's booming. It's booming, or it's in the process of really taking off. So, I ran across an article um, that shows how it might affect, tech jobs in the future. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Hold on one second here. And as you see here, these are tech jobs most threatened by ChatGPT and AI. It's an article from CNBC. And you see this year, the tech industry already has cut 5% more jobs than it did in all of 2022, according to Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, and is on track to surpass 2001 job losses. Workers are not only scared of being laid off, they're scared of being replaced altogether. Then you see here 300 million jobs globally stand to be impacted by AI and automation, according to a recent Goldman Sachs report. So I'm going to just scroll down here, and you'll see software developers and engineers will be impacted, right? So due to GPT buzz, many software developers and engineers are apprehensive about their job security, causing some to seek new skills and learn how to engineer generative AI and add these skills to their resume. Now, it says it's unfair to say that ChatGPT will completely eliminate jobs like developers and engineers. It says, I don't want to butcher their name, Chief Executive Officer at CPO, an AI-driven talent acquisition platform. So they're saying that it's unfair to say that ChatGPT will completely eliminate jobs, but something to keep your eye on. But even though these jobs will still exist, their tasks and responsibilities could likely be diminished by GPT and generative AI. That's interesting. That's interesting. You see that AI is definitely on the radar. Definitely on the radar, and it's definitely something to keep your eye on, because it's going to impact a lot of people. It's going to impact a lot of people. So you want to be well informed on what's going on. And if you're in a career field that may be affected by ChatGPT and AI, it's definitely something to keep your eye on, or definitely inform yourself and research to see if it will affect you firsthand, or if it's maybe something, if you want to do a career change or something like that. So, but I don't see ChatGPT or AI going anywhere anytime soon. And I think they're actually starting to ramp up. So it's something to keep your eye on in the future. And I mentioned last week how, how I think Microsoft is definitely getting into the AI game, and how I'm going to be ramping up my investment in Microsoft, because I think they're going to be a major player in the AI space. So that's how it affects my portfolio directly. All right, so let's get into what we came to see. We are in week 15 of our investing challenges. We have two separate investing challenges going on right now. We have our SCHD and VOO investing challenge. We have our JEPI and JEPQ investing challenges going on right now. So week 15, it's in week 15 of the year. we are more than a quarter into this investing challenges or these investing challenges. So let's see where we stand. Let's give a little update. So here, if I can pull it up. Let's see. Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Do I have it? Let's see here. Bear with me 1 second. Here we go. Here we go. We'll start off with JetQ here. And you see here, we are in week 15. This past week, we invested $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ. Of course, that's going to be a weekly total of $10. And you see here, as of now, we have invested $130 into this challenge. So most people say, well, I don't have $130 to invest. Well, that's why we do the $5 a week, actually $10 a week into this challenge, right? Because you should have $5 or $10 laying around that you're probably not using that you can invest in the market. And that's what we're doing. $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ. Remember, we didn't even start the first week with JEPI. And we have $70 invested in this challenge, which is enough to cover a share. And we didn't start to week 4 of JEPQ, and we've invested $60 in this challenge, which is enough to cover over a share. So if you've been investing in this challenge since the beginning of the year, this $5 challenge, since we started, you at least, depending on how, the price you bought it with, they hadn't moved a lot, would have a share of each of JEPI and JEPQ. So, these are stocks that's trading in the $50 and $40 range. Pays a monthly dividend. So you're investing in an asset that pays you a dividend. So, we like passive income. We like investing in assets. This is an easy challenge to do every week. $5 in the JEPI, $5 in the JEPQ. We're on week 15 of the challenge, and man, you see it's starting to add up. So, we're going to go all the way to week 52. We're not going to stop. We're going to go all the way to week 52 with this challenge, and we're just going to keep adding and building to our portfolio. And that's the goal of this challenge, is to build your portfolio with dividend paying assets. So I'm still super excited about this challenge, and we're going to see how it plays out over the long haul. All right, let's get into our next challenge, SCHD VOO. And man, I mentioned last week how because of Good Friday and the markets were closed, I wasn't able to do the week 14 challenge because I usually do this challenge on Fridays, and I forgot that the market was going to be closed, honestly. So this past Friday, we did week 14 and week 15 challenge, right? So we did for $29 into SCHD. We did $29 into VOO, which is a total of $58 to cover week 14 and week 15. And as you see up here, we invested a total of $240 into this challenge. So it's starting to add up pretty quickly. So you see next week we'll do week 16, week 17, week 18, week 19, and we're going to go all the way through week 52, just like on the JEPI and JEPQ challenge. SCHD and VOO are two of my favorite ETFs. I think they should be in everyone's portfolio. I'm just going to say that. I think they should be in everyone's portfolio. SCHD and VOO are two outstanding ETFs that's provided great returns over the years. So these are going to be ETFs that I'm going to invest in from now to the end of time. So with this challenge, this 52-week challenge, where we're investing whatever in this challenge we're investing, what week we in, we want to invest in that particular fund. So next week, $16 is going into SCHD, $16 is going into VOO, and we're going all the way through the end of the year. And you see here, SCHD, we've invested $120, which is enough to cover a share. VOO, same thing, $120. VOO is quite expensive, but by the time this challenge is over, we want to add a few shares. So I have just crossed over 8 shares of VOO. And if you research how much VOO costs, you know that having 8 shares of VOO is quite a bit. And I have about 15 shares of SCHD. And I want to get to 100 shares of SCHD within the next year or two. So this challenge is going to help me push me in the right direction as far as getting to those 100 shares. It may take a while, but when you're investing in a solid fund or ETF like SCHD, I'm okay with that. So week 15 is in the books. We completed 2 weeks at the same time, $28 for week 14, $28 for week 15. Next week is going to be week 16. And, we're just going to keep on rolling. The ball's not going to stop here. We're just going to keep on rolling to the end of the year. The next year, we're probably going to have another challenge that we do to help, just help us stay on track with investing in these funds. So, but yeah, I'm excited about it. And, we're going to keep this investing thing going. But yeah, that's all for today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell on your way out. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research, but do the research and keep investing. If you haven't started investing, start investing. It's too much information out here now for you not to be investing. So, but yeah, that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. I am out.